over 15 years, Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated has been a beacon of light, guiding local families through difficult times. Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated proudly provides all families with compassionate choices for professional funeral care at reasonable prices. Get the answers you need 24 hours a day. No answering services, hidden costs, add-on fees, confusing fine print, or those scary-looking contracts. Remember, Gallup Funeral Services owns and operates the only crematory in Dare County, keeping our cremations affordable and convenient. Gallup Memorial Chapel in Bargo, North Carolina is now open and minutes from Moyock and Elizabeth City. From traditional church services and graveside burials to direct cremations and advanced planning, let Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated light the way for your family. Don't be pressured or confused by the other funeral homes. It's always your choice. Choose Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated. Call Courtney at 252-216-8030 to get a plan started today, and visit our new website at gallupfuneralservices.com.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
News team, assemble!
Joining us live, because if you want to know anything about the Outer Banks, Sam Walker's the dude to fill you in.
The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli.
Always appreciate talking to you.
Always good stuff with Sam Walker in the Outer Banks.
Now here's Les Nessman and the news.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to OBX Today Live for Tuesday, February 15th, 2022. Glad to have you along with us. Presented by Gallup Funeral Services as we run through all the news, sports, and weather here on the Outer Banks. We got for you at obxtoday.com. And let's get right to it. We're going to bring you first press conference from yesterday. It took place down in Atlantic in Carteret County. That is where things are being staged right now for the search that does continue for the victims of that plane crash that happened on Sunday afternoon out in the Atlantic Ocean off Drum Inlet. That's on the Core Banks. It's graphic courtesy of News Channel 12. The search area is actually out offshore of this now, about 10 to 15 miles out. In the press conference that's coming up, Sheriff Asa Buck of Carteret County, along with Captain Matthew Baer, who's commander of the U.S. Coast Guard Sector North Carolina. They go through some of the information regarding this plane crash that happened on Sunday. Let's bring you that right now here on OBX Today Live.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lieutenant Commander Catherine Blue, and I am the Public Affairs Officer for the Coast Guard 5th District. Today we are here to provide information on the plane crash that occurred Sunday evening, our search efforts, as well as next steps. With me today is Captain Matthew Baer, Sector Commander for Sector North Carolina, and Sheriff Asa Buck, Carteret County Sheriff's Office. We will offer, after statements, we will open the floor to questions. Because of ongoing operations, we'll have time for about 30 minutes of questions. And now I'll turn it over to Sheriff Buck.
Thank you. Good evening. Yesterday after 2 o'clock, our County Communications Center received a call from Cherry Point notifying us that an aircraft had gone down in the area of Drum Inlet just off from the Atlantic community in the ocean side just off from Core Banks. And our deputies were dispatched to the area. Numerous first responders, Coast Guard was notified and dispatched. Their vessels came out to the area of the crash site as well as their helicopter. And after a period of time searching, a debris field was located approximately 3 miles off of the shore, off of the Drum Inlet area, just off from the Atlantic community. And numerous personnel began arriving on scene, Marine Patrol, numerous citizens and private vessels in an attempt to locate the aircraft or the wreckage. and since that time, late into the evening last night, numerous agencies have been engaged in a search attempting to locate the passengers on board the plane and the wreckage of the plane itself. That search went and some of the recovery went well into the evening, into the early morning, overnight, and then this morning, numerous agencies came back out and located the debris field again, which had moved further offshore, 5 to 10 to 15 miles offshore. We have 3 separate debris fields now, and crews have been out searching those areas all day, and we're also still at this time in the process of locating the main part of the plane, the fuselage, in an attempt to locate that section of the plane and to continue to locate any of the passengers that were aboard the plane. There were 8 passengers aboard the plane. Captain?
Thank you very much, Sheriff. First and foremost, I want to express our condolences and sympathies to the families. We have been in communication with the families here down east, and we want them to know that our thoughts and prayers are with them, but also our actions are with them as well. We continue to actively search both offshore, looking for the debris fields the Sheriff talked about, with many partner agencies, North Carolina Marine Patrol, the Down East Fire Department, and Carteret County Sheriffs as well. So we've got an all-hands-on-deck event going on here with our partners, and we want the citizens of Carteret County and Eastern North Carolina to know that your Coast Guard is out there, doing our absolute best, alongside our partners. Beyond that, as the Sheriff said, we too got an alert yesterday, a little after 2 o'clock, from the Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point air traffic controllers, talking to us about an aircraft that had gone off radar. When our crews arrived alongside local and state agencies and volunteer citizens from this boating community out here, we found debris consistent with what you would expect from a downed aircraft. So we continue to search, we continue to look. We've had vessels from as far away as of Cape May, New Jersey, working offshore. The Coast Guard cutter Roland Fritch is out there, about to be relieved right now by the Coast Guard cutter Richard Snyder from right over in Atlantic Beach and Fort Macon. We also brought a response boat down from Station Hatteras, up in the Outer Banks, as well as a 47-foot motor lifeboat from Fort Macon as well. We've also had aircraft flying, since yesterday afternoon. Multiple H-60 Jayhawk sorties were flown out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, as well as multiple C-130. That's a fixed-wing aircraft. C-130 overflights have been flown as well. So, again, we're actively searching and remaining in good communications with the family. So, with that, I stand with the Sheriff and prepared to take any questions you may have.
So at this point, we have heard that there were 4 students from Carteret schools on board, as well as a pilot, a guide who was leading those students on a trip, and then 1 other adult. Are we prepared to confirm any of that, or the identity, the purpose of the trip, the identity of the people who were on board at the time, any of that information?
Well, out of the respect for the families, we're not prepared to go into that much detail at this point. We can confirm that there were 8 passengers aboard the plane.
Is there anything? Sorry, wanting to ask, we're getting calls about some law enforcement at the boat ramp. We saw some ambulances and all that kind of stuff. Does that have anything to do with search?
Well, we've been in the process of recovering parts of the plane, and we are part of our mission as well is to recover the passengers on board the plane. I don't want to go into too much detail in that regard, again, for respect for the families. I can tell you that 1 person that was aboard the plane has been identified, but the other passengers have not yet, and we're still in the process of trying to locate the remains of the passengers who were aboard the plane.
So are you saying that 1 person's body was found, or that? What are you saying? So 1 person?
Yes, one person has been identified. Yes, sir.
Okay.
They're deceased. Do we know any information on who's deceased?
we have no indication that anyone survived the crash.
So I know we're talking about being respectful to the families involved, correct? Have the next of kin been notified for the people that we
Yes.
That we have confirmed the bodies have been found?
Yes, the one person who has been identified, I myself made that notification, along with a member of the Coast Guard.
And now that person, were they brought in through the Beaufort boat ramp that I'm referring to?
That person was actually was located yesterday and was brought in at a different area.
What location were they brought in?
I can't really go into all that with you. But as the captain said, we've been in very close contact with the family members, those who live here locally, as well as those who live outside of our county. We've had numerous conversations and doing the very best we can to keep the family members updated on our search and recovery efforts.
When you say locally, I presume you mean Carteret County, or specifically Atlantic, Two River?
Most of the family members of the passengers on board the plane live in our county. Some of the family lives outside of our county.
So just for confirmation, can we get one more update on exactly what kind of aircraft this was that crashed?
It's the name of the aircraft is a
PC-12. Is a PC-12 type aircraft. We can confirm that it took off out of Englehart over in Hyde County, and it was bound on a flight for Beaufort. Beyond that, it was a private plane. It was not a commercial plane, and again, there were 8 people on board.
Well, Captain, one question I have: what agencies are leading the investigation? 1, 2, how many agencies are involved in this search for the fuselage and the remaining body?
Yeah, so I'm glad you provided that distinction. So definitely there's a distinction between the search and the investigation. And there is some overlap between the two, but the lead for the search is the United States Coast Guard with Carteret County, North Carolina Marine Patrol, the Down East Fire Department, and several other local agencies as well. So that's the search effort. The investigation, we've had communications with the National Transportation Safety Board. As in all aircraft emergencies or aircraft accidents, they will conduct the investigation. So we've been in contact with that agency as well.
All right, that is that news conference yesterday in Carteret County with regards to the plane crash. The information regarding the identities of those who passed away is starting to filter out. We've not gotten that officially from authorities, so we're not ready to start publishing that information. But for the most part, it's been confirmed that 4 of those who were lost in that plane crash were students in Carteret County. A owner and or co-owner of a lodge hunting outfit in Hyde County, and his girlfriend, and then the pilot. No information on the pilot has been released yet. And again, none of that's been officially released, but some family members have been confirming the identity of those who perished in that plane crash. The information we've received has been that they were in Hyde County for the Youth Day, the second of 2 youth days, where those under a certain age can hunt for ducks and geese. After the full season wraps up, there's always the first 2 Saturdays after the end of the waterfowl season in North Carolina, designated for youth hunters to go out and take part in a sport. And they were hunting at Lake Mattamuskeet on Saturday. But that information most likely will be coming out today, as Sheriff Buck said that they are in the process of notifications, and we'll probably get more information today. And again, to kind of summarize what they said during the press conference yesterday afternoon, they have not been able to locate the fuselage of the aircraft. There are 3 different debris fields, anywhere from 5 to 15 miles off of the core banks, that is the islands that run between Ocracoke Inlet and Cape Lookout, and that they are continuing to search for that debris, and that the investigation from the NTSB is underway. That's the latest on that plane crash. We'll take a break and come back with more here on OBX Today Live on Facebook and YouTube.
For over 15 years, Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated has been a beacon of light, guiding local families through difficult times. Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated proudly provides all families with compassionate choices for professional funeral care at reasonable prices. Get the answers you need 24 hours a day. No answering services, hidden costs, add-on fees, confusing fine print, or those scary-looking contracts. Remember, Gallup Funeral Services owns and operates the only crematory in Dare County, keeping our cremations affordable and convenient. Gallup Memorial Chapel in Bargo, North Carolina is now open and minutes from Moyock and Elizabeth City. From traditional church services and graveside burials to direct cremations and advanced planning, let Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated light the way for your family. Don't be pressured or confused by the other funeral homes. It's always your choice. Choose Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated. Call Courtney at 252-216-8030 to get a plan started today and visit our new website at gallupfuneralservices.com.
Our pet of the week for this week is Meatloaf. Meet Meatloaf. This bull, before coming into our shelter, he had it a bit rough. He was kept tied outside with no interaction because he was too much puppy. Surprisingly, this has not made him love people any less. He could go into a home with another dog and older children, as we are still working on his manners. If you're looking for an energetic, outgoing adventures, come meet Meatloaf today. To adopt Meatloaf or foster one of our other animals, you can come visit us Monday through Saturday at our shelter located in Manio. This week, join us at the SPCA for our annual rabies clinic. $15 vaccinations are available. Please bring your pet on a leash or in a carrier. For more information, visit our website at www.obxspca.org or visit our OBX SPCA Facebook page.
Back here on OBX Today Live on Facebook and YouTube. Apologize for the technical difficulties there, a little video hiccups. The NCDOT's out working over the next couple of days. In fact, they are out there now working on the ocean outfalls in Killable Hills and Nags Head. The recent storms the last couple of weeks and months have caused some damage to those ocean outfalls. The one you see right now, that's the one at Soundside Road in the Jockeys Ridge area, about milepost 12.5. And you can see those concrete pipes have cracked, and there's other damage that has to be repaired. Work going on at that beach access, or that rather ocean outfall. Also taking place in Killable Hills at the outfalls at Lake Drive, Atlantic Street, and Baum Street. Similar repairs taking place there. These ocean outfalls were built in the 1960s to drain between the highways. Actually, were put in place after the Ash Wednesday storm as part of efforts to help alleviate flooding. And they've had their issues in the past, various reasons. Their gravity rather use gravity to drain the water off, and sometimes they don't work as great as they could. But that's the work that's going on right now out there in Nags Head. If you happen to be wanting to use the Conch Street beach access, that's where they're staging the equipment. And also work going on at Lake Drive, Martin Street, and Baum Street in Killable Hills. Daily Advance got a story this morning. The Currituck County Commissioners have denied H2O OBX Water Park's request to construct seasonal housing for some of their summer employees. They left the door open last week for that possible a project there to build dormitories. That's one of the phases that was planned when the H2O OBX Water Park was built in Powell's Point, was to eventually have a dorm for their workers. But because of some not so much holes in the application, but there were some information that wasn't included in there, and also a lot of questions that the Currituck Board of Commissioners had. They have decided to deny that permit to build those units. They were originally seeking approval to have temporary units installed at the park this summer and then build a dormitory, but that request is being withdrawn, and they're going to work on a possible other options there for housing for those workers at H2 OBX Water Park. State health officials reported the fewest new COVID-19 cases in North Carolina in almost 2 months. Yesterday, 3,383. And also the number of patients in hospitals going down as well. It's the 5th straight day there was a smaller case count than the preceding day, the lowest since December 21st. Hospitalizations also down for the 18th straight day to 3,094. That's the fewest since January 4th. Number of deaths, though, reported yesterday, 116. North Carolina probably going to hit the 22,000 death mark this week from COVID-19. Dare County will have its weekly update out later today. Final piece of the puzzle now available in North Carolina's high-profile redistricting case. North Carolina Supreme Court published its opinion in the case yesterday, giving lawmakers and their challengers in the lawsuit the details they need to finish drawing new political districts. The legislature returning this week to redraw the maps. The court, though, does not have to go along with what they draw and could pick maps drawn either by one of the challengers in the case or an outside expert. The maps, though, are due by the end of the week, February 18th. Legislative leaders have said that they will get it done, but the time crunch means they won't have time for the public hearings like the ones they held last fall during their first attempt at drawing the maps. Supreme Court issuing a brief 20-page order in the case more than a week ago. Took a week to prepare a full 217-page document with both concurring and dissenting opinions. The Coastal Resources Commission last week adopted a new change for its science panel to report any new sea level rise data and research annually, rather than update every 5 years its 2010 report on sea level rise. During the commissioners' meeting last week, Policy and Planning Section Chief of the Division of Coastal Management, Tan Miller, explained to the commission the science panel held a meeting in early February to discuss the new directive on reporting sea level rise information to the commission. Science panel provides the commission scientific data and recommendations related to coastal topics. Jennifer Allen writing more about this at coastalreview.org. We'll have that story up at obxtoday.com later on this morning. Also, the CRC did rule and approve sandbags and the changes that will be needed where Highway 12 comes into Rodanthe, where the road's going to eventually be removed. I'll have more details about that coming up tomorrow here on the show and also at obxtoday.com. More of OBX Today Live is coming up next here on this Tuesday morning, so stick around.
For over 15 years, Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated has been a beacon of light, guiding local families through difficult times. Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated proudly provides all families with compassionate choices for professional funeral care at reasonable prices. Get the answers you need 24 hours a day. No answering services, hidden costs, add-on fees, confusing fine print, or those scary-looking contracts. Remember, Gallup Funeral Services owns and operates the only crematory in Dare County, keeping our cremations affordable and convenient. Gallup Memorial Chapel in Bargo, North Carolina is now open and minutes from Moyock and Elizabeth City. From traditional church services and graveside burials to direct cremations and advanced planning, let Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated light the way for your family. Don't be pressured or confused by the other funeral homes. It's always your choice. Choose Gallup Funeral Services Incorporated. Call Courtney at 252-216-8030 to get a plan started today and visit our new website at gallupfuneralservices.com.
Our pet of the week for this week is Meatloaf. Meet Meatloaf. This playful boy is about 1 year old. Before coming into our shelter, he had it a bit rough. He was kept tied outside with no interaction because he was too much puppy. Surprisingly, this has not made him love people any less. He could go into a home with another dog and older children, as we are still working on his manners. If you're looking for an energetic, outgoing pup to join you on your adventures, come meet Meatloaf today. To adopt Meatloaf or foster one of our other animals, you can come visit us Monday through Saturday at our shelter located in Manio. This week, join us at the SPCA for our annual rabies clinic. $15 vaccinations are available. Please bring your pet on a leash or in a carrier. For more information, visit our website at www.obxspca.org or visit our OBX SPCA Facebook page.
This week's Champion for Children is brought to you by Children and Youth Partnership for Dare County, helping families thrive. Quinn Capps, founder of Project Glam Girls, has been identified as a champion for children. Can you tell us a little about what you do to help children, youth, and families thrive in our community?
I sure can. I have Project Glam Girls that provide prom attire for students all across northeastern North Carolina. They come into our boutique. We treat them like kings and queens. and they get to shop. They get their dresses, their suits, their tuxedos, their accessories, their handbags, everything absolutely free.
Do you have anything special coming up that you'd like the community to know about?
Absolutely. We have the Project Glam Girls and Guys Boutique is going to be open next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. On Thursday, we're going to be open from 3:30 to 8 p.m. On Friday, we're going to be open from 9:30 to 8 p.m. And on Saturday, we're going to be open from 9:30 to 3:30 p.m. And we are going to be at Manio Faith Baptist Church, which is 1037 Burnside Road, right here in Manio.
If people want to get involved with Project Glam Girls, what should they do?
Let me just tell you, it takes a village, guys. We have our Glam Squad and many other people to help us put this together. So you have many options of how you can help us with this great event that we have once a year. You can donate the clothes, the dresses, the suits, the tuxedos, the jewelry, the handbags, all of those things. We do that once a year. Usually we start doing that in January or February. It kind of depends on when prom actually is. This year it's April the 2nd for, I know, our kids. So that's why we're doing it now, because we know kids are going to start shopping for dresses. So we want them to be able to do it for free. So once a year we'll start that. And we have different drop-off locations all across Dare County and over in Currituck as well. You can also help by monetary donations, because we do have to find a storage unit. We are completely supported by the community, and we are very grateful for that everything we've gotten so far. We're on list for storage units. You know, if somebody has a climate controlled building that they have extra space in, you can let us know that. If you want to make a monetary donation, you can make a check out to Manio Faith Baptist Church, and it is tax deductible.
If you would like to nominate a person or group to be a champion for children, please contact CYP at 252-441-0614.
And as Quinn mentioned, the Project Glam Girls and Guys, that is this week, Thursday, at Manio Faith Baptist Church, Thursday from 3:30 to 8, this Friday from 9:30 to 8, and Saturday from 9:30 until 3:30. All right, in sports, it's, let's see, high school basketball dominating the schedule now. It's conference tournament week. We got the Northeastern Coastal Conference tournament getting underway today. Boys' first round will be played at schools' sites. First Flight, the top seed, in the boys' side hosting Pasquotank. Manio is at Currituck, Edenton at Hertford County, and Camden at Northeastern. On the girls, Pasquotank at Hertford County, Edenton at Manio, Currituck at Northeastern, Camden at First Flight. The semifinals will be tomorrow at Hertford County, and the championship games will be Friday at Northeastern. The Coastal Plains, Northside's boys and girls are taking on Pamlico. The NCISAA playoffs first round today. Lawrence hosting Oakwood, and Terracea is at Halifax. College basketball tonight. Wake Forest at Duke at 7 o'clock. NC State at Georgia Tech at 8. And the Winter Olympics, U.S. In third with 7 gold medals to start today. 17 overall, while Norway had the most gold and overall medal counts. And how about some big fish news? Very big fish news, in fact. Yesterday, the North Carolina Division of Marine Fisheries put out that there is a new record for speckled trout. Of course, this time of year, speckled trout is one of the few fish that are available inshore, especially out in the western sounds. And there, right there, is a new record, speckled trout. That's Todd Spangler from Merritt down in Pamlico County. Caught a 12-pound, 8-ounce gator in the Lower Neuse River off Pamlico County back on February the 9th, just a week ago tomorrow. Broke the previous record that had stood since 1961. You can check out photos of his catch on the H2O page at obxtoday.com. OBX Today Weather Center forecast. Not too bad today. A little bit warmer, but not much. It's still kind of a chilly day out there. More normal-like temperatures, though. Sunny with a high of just 43. Actually, a little bit below normal for this time of year. With a northeast wind of around 10 miles an hour. Clear tonight. Low down to 37 with east winds of 10. On Wednesday, sunny. We're up to 55 with southeast winds of 10 to 15 miles an hour. Wednesday night, cloudy and 48. Thursday, clouds, showers in the afternoon, breezy and warm, high 63 at the beach, but inland areas could get up to 70. Friday, showers wrapping up in the morning. Still going to be warm, though, breezy and a high 61. And sunny and 50 Saturday and Sunday. Monday, which is Washington's birthday, to holiday, 59 under sunny skies. Coastal marine forecast today. North winds of about 10 knots, 1 foot waves or less in the sound, seas 2 to 3 feet. This is essentially Lake Atlantic out there. Our air temperatures and water temperatures are matching up on the North Beaches anyway. 43 Duck, 42 Nags Head, 52 the water temp at Avon. Next tide change at Oregon Inlet's a low tide at 1:37 this afternoon. Sunset tonight at 5:43. Sunrise tomorrow 6:47. Coming up on the full moon, which you could see setting right as sunrise. In the east, you can see the moon set in the west this morning. Pretty cool to get that. They're opposite each other in the skyline. It's pretty cool. Currently outside our studios in Uptown Nags Head, bright sunshine, and we are currently 36 degrees, and that is going to do it for OBX Today Live for this Tuesday, February 15th, 2022. Thanks, everybody who commented this morning. Make sure you mash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell to know whenever we go live. And we'll have the latest for you at obxtoday.com. Have yourself a great Tuesday, everybody. We'll see you.